What's going on, everybody? It's Ndukauba, and of course, as you guys all know by now, we did receive a new gameplay trailer for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And of course, with a new game comes new mechanics. And I think that there's 3 mechanics that people might have missed within the gameplay trailer. So what I'm going to do right now is state those mechanics and break them down and talk about how they would be viable online. But without further ado, let's get this started. So the first mechanic, which I'm pretty sure actually everybody has seen, is the new dash mechanic. Now, dashing has always been in Dragon Ball games. They always have been. It's how you move around quicker than usual. However, this particular mechanic is actually brought from the Tenkaichi and Raging Blast series. With this dash mechanic, you're actually able to dash around an attack and right behind your opponent and follow up accordingly. And I see that being extremely viable online for a few reasons. One, again, of course, you get to dash around the attack, so you're not in the line of fire. 2, you are right behind the opponent, so you can follow up with any attack you want, and especially if you time it well. Let's say if you time it right at the beginning of their attack, and you're already dashing around the opponent is wide open for the duration of the attack, and then you can follow up accordingly. And 3, and I believe that this is the most important one to me personally, this is the perfect way to stop runners. Now, of course, runners in Xenoverse 1 were people who would attack you to just get that bit of health down to the point where if they run away, they can win the match by stalling. And of course, the only way you had to accommodate that attack was Shining Slash, which was only available to, I believe, humans and Saiyans, and everybody else was screwed. Well, in this game, that takes that completely away. If you have that same opponent who just wants to win just by getting that little bit of damage and running away, you can use the dash ability to dash right around to the opponent and attack them and be able to follow up with whatever you want. So that completely takes away the runners from, well, running in-game. The next thing I want to talk about is actually approaching the opponent. Now, I don't know if this is specific to Turles himself. However, if this is actually a new mechanic, then this is going to be highly beneficial towards intense gameplay sessions. And that is, again, the approach method. Now, in Xenoverse 1, if you just tapped X, I'm going based off of PlayStation because that's what I play off of, guys. But if you just tap forward and X, you would quickly step into the opponent's range. However, from what it seems in this game, if you do the same thing, you actually teleport to the side or teleport in front of the opponent. Now, we do have a similar mechanic to that in Xenoverse 1, where you can dash just a little bit and then jump, which would have you teleport, and any attack from that point where you're teleporting would miss, and then you would follow up just somewhere around the opponent. Whereas in this case, you don't have to go and do all those extra inputs just to dodge an attack or to enter the space of your opponent. Because with this, again, if you teleport, the attack will miss. You can teleport to the side, you can just teleport forward. It gives you a new entry option, and it doesn't try to leave you wide open afterwards, which I think is really cool. I honestly think that this is a bit more simplistic than doing it in Xenoverse 1, where you have to just quickly dash forward just a little bit and then jump to teleport to evade an attack and then follow up from there. Whereas in this, it's literally you just sidestep to the side, or you just quickly dash to the forward and attack the opponent from there, which is nice. I think that that's really a very viable approach and even a very viable evasion option. And last but not least, and I don't know if this is specific to future Gohan or not, but if it's not, then I see this being viable online as well. And that is the new heavy attack mechanic. Now, in Xenoverse 1, we all know what the purpose of a heavy attack was. It's purely to try to break your opponent's guard, which worked well for what it was. It did do its job. It broke the opponent's guards, and if their guard was broken, it dealt decent damage if you landed a solid hit. However, from what I see in this trailer, it's not just one hit, it's now 2 hits. And I see that working well in a various amount of ways, but the main thing is for faking out the opponent. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say that you approach the opponent, you're right there in CQC, and your opponent is blocking, and you're charging up an attack. Now, unless your opponent's reaction time is quick enough to strike you before you land your attack, it's either A, you will break their guard with the first swing, and then have a solid hit for the second attack, or B, if they let their guard down too early, then you can just follow up with the first swing and then follow up with the second swing and then go from there, which is nice. It's a good way to apply pressure to your opponent in close quarters combat, and I see that being extremely viable online, because that way this game doesn't really focus heavily on defense. You would have to know how to defend yourself, but you don't want to be stuck in one spot blocking all the time, lest you have your guard broken and then follow it up with another attack, which could potentially deal immense damage or even make you lose the match if you aren't careful. So I believe that that is actually a really good mechanic. But yeah, so far that's what I've picked up on in the recent Xenoverse gameplay trailer. Now again, we don't have that much information from this trailer. However, there are new mechanics that are seen within the trailer that I do see them being viable online. And just in general, just overall good for the game, because I mean, let's be honest, new game, we would like to see some new mechanics, and so far we've seen a few, but it would be awesome if we can see more within the next few months. But that's just what I picked up on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But nonetheless, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at NdukaubaYT. And for you mobile users, if you want to stay updated for all the videos that I upload, don't forget to ring my bell. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys later.